My name's Nicole Phelps. I'm married to Michael Phelps, and we are with the Michael Phelps Foundation. As a mom, I am constantly struggling with mental health issues between maybe myself, my husband, and my children. So we are super excited to be here with you guys today to learn more.
And I'm Michael Phelps. As Nicole said, we both know how important it is to help our kids handle their strong emotions, but also doing it in a healthy way. We're talking with experts to find out what we as parents can do to be good role models, to help our kids grow up happy, healthy, and to be resilient. We're joined with Dr. Meghan Walls, who's a child and adolescent psychologist at Nemours Children's Health. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Growing up, I can remember as a child being disappointed about having to move across country from Colorado to Pennsylvania and just the difficulty of that transition. So what can parents do to help kids cope during tough times like that?
I think what's so important about this is I actually view disappointment as this opportunity to help our kids learn. And when you're talking about moving across the country, there are those big things, but there's the small things too. A friend not asking them to play, or you saying no to your kids because they ask for candy before dinner. And so I think it's a really important learning opportunity. And the first thing is just really to validate it. Like, I understand this is really hard for you. This is really upsetting for you. And to pair that with the support of, and we'll get through it. Let us show you how, or let us teach you. It's okay to let them fail. It's okay for disappointment to happen because then they can get through it. If we never let our kids be disappointed, we're showing them that feeling bad isn't okay, but we're also not able to give them the lessons of sort of how to move forward when they're upset.
Right. So I'm going to talk about an instant and you can chime in here. Beckett refused to go to school, and it took us days to get him back and comfortable going to school. So where do you draw that line between making them mentally resilient because you're helping them push through and to learn what comes next versus being that parent and recognizing there's a true issue? Because I think there's a very fine line between the both.
Absolutely. And our biggest job as parents is to help our kids get through hard times with support. We are not going to throw the kid in the school and run away, right? But I really do encourage parents to think about long term, what's the best. If we let our child stay home from school 3 days, the fourth is even harder. And so you have to marry these ideas of, I'm going to support my child, and make a plan together. Let's walk you into school and stay for 5 minutes the first few days. Mom and dad are here. We love you. You can do it. And having the wherewithal as a parent to say, I know that going is probably best for you. And then to be okay yourself with the disappointment or sadness when that happens too. And it's really important that the messaging is not, this was terrible, but instead something happened and we can get you through it. We can actually help you to get through those things.
No, I mean, I like that. I mean, just being able to talk them through it, I think is something that I think in the moment is hard, but then when you take that step back, it really, I think it just helps you process things in a productive way to be able to get the point across.
But what about when they clam up? Like, there's an issue, but they will not talk to you. How do you kind of work through those moments without too much push, but also understanding that probably something does need to be discussed?
So as a pediatric psychologist, my favorite word is prevention. And I actually tell parents, even for our little guys, right? Even for our 1, 2, 3-year-olds, the more you talk to them about the little things, the easier it is to talk about the big things. So we're actually setting an example. So let's say it's a small thing and your 2-year-old is upset and crying about not being able to do something, and you're able to sit down and say, hey, we're gonna work through this together and it's okay. Your child walks away feeling better. And now when it's a bigger thing, they feel comfortable telling you.
What about when they get in the car from school and you say, how was school? Fine. What'd you do? Nothing.
Nothing.
They're like, come on. And then you try to ask the question in 100 different ways. And they're still like, yeah, we had lunch. And I'm like, yeah, I know you had lunch.
Yes.
It's so hard. It's frustrating at times.
It absolutely is. Yeah. And I think there's two main things I tell families about this. For younger kids, I actually say, have a jar of questions you keep on your kitchen table. Things like, what was the best thing you did today? Name one friend you talked to today. What animal did you see today? But for your older kids, it can be more open-ended questions, right? Hey, I know you had that soccer game last night. Who did you sit with? So it's not necessarily yes, no, good, bad, but instead you're actually sort of queuing them up to give those answers. And look, there are times your kids won't, but you keep asking and we keep being supportive parents, and then our kids do open up along the way, and we actually do get to hear more about their lives and more about what might be those triggers to getting upset.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Walls. This was extremely helpful. I can't wait to implement some of these things that we chatted about today into our little ones' lives, and hopefully be able to continue to teach them to grow up in a healthy and happy way.
Thank you so much for having me. We are really grateful for the work that you do around pediatric mental health, and I think it's really going to make a difference to the next generation of our kids.